Earlier, we talked about post-transcriptional modifications. After the post-transcriptional modifications, the messenger RNA, ribosomal RNA, the transfer RNA, they are involved in the synthesis of proteins on ribosomes. Let us study about how the protein synthesis takes place. Before going for the protein synthesis, we shall have the knowledge about the genetic code. What is a genetic code? It is the arrangement of nucleotides on messenger RNA. We have the nucleotides on messenger RNA. There are two purine nucleotides, two pyrimidine nucleotides. The purine nucleotides and pyrimidine nucleotides are adenine and guanine. They are purines, and cytosine and uracil. Okay. The most fascinating puzzle in molecular biology, is how a sequence of these nucleotides, only four types of nucleotides specify how many amino acids? They are 20 amino acids. Of course, we are not talking about the selenocysteine others. Okay, specifies the sequence of up to 20 amino acids Okay, so a protein polypeptide contains the hundreds of amino acids, thousands of amino acids, some proteins. So, how the correspondence between these nucleotides and amino acids is taking place? Let us see between one base and one amino acid. Will it be sufficient? No. There are four bases are there. That means they will be in a position to identify only 4 amino acids. What will happen about 16 more amino acids? It doesn't serve purpose. Then what it can be? What are the other things we can explore? Okay. Suppose that means a codon, sequence of amino acids, a codon of several bases is required. To take care of how many amino acids? Okay, so the one amino acid. A codon, single one doesn't serve the purpose. A codon of the several bases is required to specify one particular amino acid. Suppose if the code is doublet code, one, then let us see how it will be. So 4 bases, 4 to the power of this one 2 is equal to 16. Still 20 amino acids are not completely taken care. Only 16 amino acids are taken for. So this arrangement is not sufficient. For 20 amino acids. It is not sufficient for 20 amino acids. Okay. Then, what is the other way? Let us say, if it is triplet code, then what will be the option? What is the scenario? Okay, it will be 64 triplets. That means out of these 64 triplets, suppose if we say 3 codons are stop codons to stop the process of protein synthesis. That means there are 61 codons are left. They can take care of 20 amino acids. Okay, or you can say 22 amino acids. Codon 64, it is more than sufficient. This arrangement is more than sufficient. Okay, so this is, we call it the arrangement of the genetic code. Arrangement of the genetic code. Okay, how the sequences are arranged. Suppose if I say the sequences are continuous sequences in messenger RNA. So continuous sequences in a bases into codons. Bases into codons. Okay, what does it mean? What does it mean? So that means, so there are three bases are there. That is one codon followed by another three bases, another codon. So there is no boundary between one codon and another codon. It is a continuous sequence. So let us see, when I say it is a continuous sequence, let me write another way. I am not writing the letters of this basis. I am just representing in alphabetical order. Let us see. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. Suppose if you say these are the bases, then I will divide into in a triplet codon way. Presume, so these are the nucleotide bases, the letters indicate them. Just simply I am mentioning in alphabetical order. Let me write in a codon manner. Let me write here ABC, then BCD, then CDE. Then let us see what is it. That means there is overlapping arrangement is there. Overlapping arrangement is there. So that means B and C also there in second codon and C is all there on all the three codons. That means it is overlapping. Will this arrangement will occur? It is a big no. It is big no. Why? If there is some problem with the B base, that particular base is altered, then this codon is also affected, this codon is also affected. If C, there is something wrong with the C, all the three codons are affected. So life cannot be like that. With this arrangement, life cannot exist. So what it can be, what will be the actual arrangement of the codons in messenger RNA? So the codons are, we can say, I will write, this is the one codon, this is the second codon, and this is the third codon. Okay, then what is it? They are completely different. It is non-overlapping. It is non-overlapping arrangement. So, non-overlapping arrangement, that is the one which is present in genetic code. Okay, what we have learned so far about the genetic code? We have learned two aspects. We have learned two aspects. What are those aspects? The first one is, it is a triplet codon. So, the genetic codon comprises of three bases. Then, the second one we have studied, we have come to know, we have learned, it is the genetic codon is non-overlapping type of codon. Genetic codon is non-overlapping type of codon. So, other characteristic features we'll study once we come to that point. Okay, so then, next one is, let me write the genetic code. easy to represent the genetic code. This is the first base, that is at 5 prime end. In every genetic code, so the first base will be like that. This will be the second base, that is the middle one. And these are the third base. How it can be written? Let me show one example. Suppose here U is the first base, this is the second base, and this is the third base. Then next again I say U is the first, second, then this is the third. This is the third. Then again here U and A. Okay. Next one is U, U, G. This is how the genetic code is written. Okay. Now I will write the entire genetic code. Now I have written entire genetic code, the first base, second base, and third base. You can see the arrangement of the 61 codons. 61 codons. So this is the arrangement. Okay. So when you take this arrangement 64 codons, out of the 64 codons, 61 codons they code for the amino acids, and 3 codons are stop codons. Let me identify which codons are identifying which amino acids. I have written the genetic code in the showing the first base and second base and third base. One particular one bracket I have shown you how to write it, how to incorporate the first base, second base, and third base. Okay, then what we have here. So these codons they are for the particular amino acids, except 3 codons which are stop codons. Let me identify which are those codons for which amino acid. This is for these 2 codons are phenylalanine, and these 2 codons are for the leucine. Okay, this is for the serine, and these 2 codons are for tyrosine, and these 2 are stop codons. Stop codons, and these 2 are for the cysteine, and this particular one is the stop codon, and this is for the tryptophan. Okay. Then next comes the second row. Again, this one is for the leucine, and these 4 are for the proline. Okay. Then again here these 2 are for the histidine, and these for the glutamine, and this is for the arginine. Next one is, let us third row, this is isoleucine, and this is for the methionine, AUG. Then these 4 codons are for the threonine, and here also these 2 are for the asparagine. Okay, then these 2 are for the lysine, and again these 2 are for the serine, and again these 2 are for the arginine. Then next one is, here we have, this is 4 are for the valine, and these 4 are for the alanine, and then here again this is aspartic acid, and here it is glutamic acid, these 2. Then these 4 are for the glycine. I have written genetic code. So all the 64 codons I have written. Out of this, 3 codons are stop codons. Remaining the 61 codons are for the different amino acids. The 20 amino acids or 22 amino acids. So for that, there are these 61 codons which are present. One third characteristic of genetic code, we say degeneracy. What does that mean? So we say genetic code is highly degenerate. What it means? Let us just observe the genetic code. Okay. See, phenylalanine amino acid have the two codons for phenylalanine, 6 codons for the leucine, 4 codons for the serine. Okay, 2 codons for the tyrosine, 2 codons for the cysteine. Okay, 4 codons for proline, threonine, glycine, valine, alanine, like that. What it tells us? It tells us more than one codon for a single amino acid, That is what we call degeneracy. Single amino acid. Let us see. We say arginine, leucine, serine, 6 codons. Okay, the single amino acids, each 6 codons. Valine, threonine, okay, then the alanine and glycine, okay, 4 codons. Okay, then isoleucine, this is isoleucine, has 3 codons. Okay, then let us see histidine, okay, glutamine and glutamic acid, and aspargine, aspartic acid, lysine, okay, cysteine, and tyrosine, okay, and phenylalanine. They have identified by 2 codons. Then methionine, tryptophan, identified by 1 codon. This is what we call degeneracy. A single amino acid have more than 1 codons except methionine and tryptophan. Okay, so this is the another aspect of genetic code. Then, so next one is, we say the arrangement of the codons. The fourth point, arrangement of codons. In the table is non-random arrangement. It is not random arrangement. Okay, how? I can explain. You can see, go back to the table again. Just find it out. The codons for the phenylalanine. This is the 1 codon and this is the another codon. What is the difference between these two? This is the third base. The difference is there in the third base. The first 2 bases are same. That means the first 2 bases are same and the third base is different. Again, you can see here. So, when you see this particular aspect, okay, these one, last 2 bases, in one is U, another is C. Let us compare with this particular one, last 2 bases, these, and here also see, UC. They are always specify the same amino acids. This is specifying the same amino acid in this block. In this block it is phenylalanine, in this block it is tyrosine. Like also AG. Here AG. Here it is specifying leucine, here it is specifying the stop codon. Here also you can see. Here also you can see. Here also you can see. Okay, then here also you can see. Here also you can see. Okay, so that is the reason it is non-random arrangement. Suppose when I say in the non-random arrangement, so the basis when I write it, X, Y, and U and C, this is always specify maybe there are some exceptions are there, specify the same amino acid. Okay, then X, Y, G, X, Y, A. So also specify the same amino acid. There are exceptions, some exceptions. Specify the same amino acid. So except two cases. There are except two cases. So this is the reason it is said genetic code is non-random arrangement. The other important aspect we'll come to know about the genetic code. Okay, the second position, see the second position. Here a pyrimidine base, here a pyrimidine base. Here it is a purine 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 base. Okay, then you say the case of isoleucine, a pyrimidine base, a pyrimidine base. Here you take the case of here the pyrimidine base. Okay, here also pyrimidine base. Here a purine base and purine base. What I wanted to tell, if the second base is purine, so generally that amino acid is hydrophilic amino acid. Hydrophilic amino acid. If it is second base is pyrimidine, generally that is hydrophobic amino acid. Hydrophobic amino acid. Non-random arrangement is of the genetic code is to minimize the errors. Is to minimize errors. Okay, deleterious effects. Minimize deleterious effect of mutations. Deleterious effect of mutations. So that is the one important the features of genetic code. Okay, then as I said, there are stop codons are there. There are UAA, okay, UAG and UGA. So these are the stop codons. Then there is AUG, sometimes GUG or chain initiation codons. In the translation, chain initiation codons. Okay, chain initiation codons. So this is about these aspects. But AUG for the methionine, GUG for the tryptophan apart from that chain initiation aspect. Finally, we'll talk about the genetic code. Okay, what is it? Genetic code, we say universal. Genetic code is universal. Universal nature of the genetic code. What does it mean? Universal nature of the genetic code. So genetic code is mostly universal. Of course, there are some exceptions are there. So suppose if you take a mitochondrial codon, when you compare with the mitochondrial genetic code, if you compare this one with standard code, then there are some differences are there. Okay, in mitochondria, it is not the AUG, it is AUA for the methionine. Okay, here UGA is not for the stop codon, it is for the tryptophan. Okay, and AGA and AGG is not for the arginine, it is the stop codons. Okay, so these are some differences. That is the reason stop codons, there are 4 stop codons are there in the mitochondria. Okay, so these are the various aspects of the genetic codon. Okay, various aspects of the genetic codon. Finally, I would like to emphasize on various characteristic features of genetic code. The first one we talked about triplet code. So where we said there are 3 bases are present. Okay, then the second aspect is a non-overlapping. We discussed about the non-overlapping nature of the genetic code. And the third one we talked about comma-less. Okay, comma-less nature of genetic code are no punctuation marks. Okay, no punctuation marks, either comma or full stop. Okay, then we also talked about the degeneracy aspect. Then we also talked about the non-random nature nature of the genetic code. And the sixth one, we talked about the universal. So mostly it is universal genetic code. Of course, there are some differences are there. The last one we did not discuss is highly specific nature. Highly specific nature. So genetic code is highly specific. Specificity, that means one codon always, always, okay. So specific per one amino acid. So same codon will be there for one amino acid, highly specific. Also, we call it unambiguous. So there is no ambiguity. One codon that always codes for one amino acid. Okay, these are various features of the genetic code. Okay, now let me summarize genetic codon. So genetic codon is very important one, and after studying about the transcription, replication, post-transcription modifications, the next step is translation process. So for that, we have taken up the genetic code and characteristics. It is a puzzle in a molecular biology. If the correspondence between one base and one amino acid, it will not serve the purpose. Okay, so that means a codon of several bases is required to identify one particular amino acid. How many bases? That is the next question. If the codon is a doublet codon, then what happens? The codon is, so doublet codon, then only it can serve 16 amino acids, not sufficient. If it is a triplet code, okay, genetic code is triplet code, then it is 64 triplets. It will be the 64 triplets. Okay, then next one is 3 codons are out of the 64, 3 codons are stop codons, 61 codons for the 20 or 22 amino acids. So this is more than sufficient. In the codon, how the codons are arranged? Continuous sequence of this one. There is no comma, there is no full stop. Okay, how these codons are arranged in alphabet using the English letters. So I have explained. It is not overlapping. Overlapping arrangement cannot be possible. Okay, that is the one we said. Then here it is non-overlapping arrangement is present in genetic code. So that means so far we have studied genetic code 2 aspects: triplet codon, non-overlapping, and also third one is comma-less. Okay, there is no full stop, comma-less. Okay, then between these codons, between the codons, there is no full stop, there is no comma. Okay, then we have depicted the genetic code. We have written the 64 codons. How it is written, I have shown it. Okay, then the arrangement has been done, and I have shown the respective amino acids also, and also stop codons also, first base, second base, and third base. Okay, then the next one is we talked about the degeneracy. So more than one codon for a single amino acids. Okay, then we said arginine, leucine, serine, they have the six codons. Valine, threonine, alanine, glycine, so there are 4 codons. Isoleucine, 3 codons. Histidine, glutamine, glutamic acid, asparagine, aspartic acid, lysine, okay, then cysteine, then we have this tyrosine, this is tyrosine and phenylalanine. So there are 2 codons. Phenylalanine, it is 2 codons, and methionine and tryptophan, 1 codon. The arrangement of codons in the table is non-random. It is not the random arrangement, non-random. Okay, so the first 2 codons will be same. Most of the, suppose if you take a codons for the particular amino acids, the first 2 codons, the first 2 bases are same, and only difference in the third one. Okay, generally UC specify the same amino acid, and GA they specify the same amino acid except 2 cases. If the second base is purine, then it is hydrophilic. If the second base is pyrimidine, that is hydrophobic. Okay, non-random arrangement is to minimize deleterious effects of mutations. These are the stop codons. and AUG and GUG, chain initiation codons, also AUG for the methionine, GUG for the tryptophan. It is for the tryptophan. Universal, mostly universal, but the mitochondrial genetic code, there are some minor differences are there with the standard code. So in the AUA, it is methionine here. For methionine standard code, it is AUG, and UGA, it is standard genetic code, it is a stop. Here it is for the tryptophan, and AGA, AGG in the standard code, it is for the arginine. Here it is for the stop codons. There are 4 stop codons are present. This is about the genetic code. So thank you. In the next session, we'll talk about the arrangement between codon and anticodon and also Wobble hypothesis. Thank you.